One, two, three. Hello all, it's our TED Talks class. Today's topic is about how to make work-life balance work. It's a good one. We are going to discuss it with an expert. And we lost our teacher Lee today, but we have another teacher, so we are in a good company. Okay, so let's start from the video, as always. We have a volunteer today, right, Vasans? Can you retold us the story of this video?
Yes, in that video, the speaker said about work and life balance. I remember most of the content, but I remember the last part when he said about his life, and one day he spent his time, a little time, to bring his son back to his home, and he did very small things like bringing him to the park and bringing him to some hill station and reading him some bedtime stories, and at the end of the day his son said, "Dad, this was the best day ever I had." That was a cute one. The speaker said that every single things, every simple things you do that matters to build your relationship. So that's the part I like in that video.
Okay. Diana, what is the best part of the video? What do you like? What point?
I liked the moment when the speaker told us about his perfectly planned day of the life. That was very funny, you know. And well, I understand why it is very hard to approach, you know, how to reach, because he had too many sex minutes, times in his day. I understand that well, but I like the idea, you know, that actually I need to make this perfect plan to see which problems I should tackle first, you know. So sometimes I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I need to exercise more, you know, and I try really hard to push this area of my life, but I don't see the whole picture. So that moment of his speech showed me that actually it is the best way to understand what you are missing is to make this like a perfect day plan.
Okay, great. But what you mentioned, I think it's the easiest part of the plan. Where is
It's the easiest part, but you cannot make time for that, you know, during the day. It was a lot of stops, you know, and you need to be in the perfect, it should be a perfect time and the perfect place, you know, so you cannot do that on the run.
So some communication included, you said,
yeah,
right?
sure. Other people are involved as well, so yeah.
Okay. Gerard, what about you? Do you have some point which is interesting or surprised you in this video?
I think the topic doesn't apply to my life since I don't have a family or children, so I don't have this problem of work-life balance.
Your life is balanced pretty much, right?
Yes, I don't have this problem because I don't have any liabilities. So I do whatever I want to do. During my free time, I do what I want to do, and I don't have this problem. I don't worry too much about my job. So I worry when I'm worried about my job when I'm working. And I don't have high expectations, and I'm not ambitious, but some people think that that's bad. I don't know.
It's a very interesting point. I think we will return to that again after, because we have questions about it. Black Mata, would you like to add something? BM? Black Mata? Hello? Would you like to add something? Let's check your sound. Say something, please. Okay. So if you want to add something, please write to the chat T or something else. Okay. Holly, would you like to add? Holly, what about you?
You guys, I want to find you. I still can't find where am I? I hear you. I'm with Diana and Vasant. I loved the story about spending quality time with a kid, and I loved the ideal day that never happens. But I do try to figure out, it's my excuse for not doing many things is when my days are full and how everything I hear says choose a priority.
Okay, something wrong.
We lost Holly.
Yes, we lost Holly, but let's hope she will back. What about me? I like the think about time frame. It's new for me. I never thought about it. Yes, when you planning our ideal future, must be planned for 1 day, for a week, for a month, for 2 months. It's very interesting and new point for me. I will think about it more. I think so. We can go to our questions. And let's start from Gerard, but not from his question, but from his point, which he made. So you think that personal life is about married and children, or personal life? For me, personal life is applied to everyone. So when you said that topic not applied to you, I was surprised. You have a hobby, right? You have a personal deals or something like that. So you have to find some balance between work and your time.
But it looks like the speaker talks about family, family and children. I don't know how. I think the problem is different in a single person. Okay, there are some people called workaholics who are obsessed with their job, and they can be single as well. But I think in the case of single people, the problem is not as big as in the case you have a family, because you have to care about the family and the relationship with your wife.
Yeah, what do you think? Is it about family?
I think it's very related with family. Work-life balance is family. It's very important. What makes the difference, because the balance is between the work and the family. You know, the time you spend with your family, a quality time you spend with your family, with your wife and with your children.
Diana, would you like to add?
Well, yeah, you have to find this balance between work and family, of course. But I think that, you know, like with any relation, you should find balance, right? If you want to, I don't know, to build happy relationship with your friends, you know, in friendships, it's like in any sphere. So I don't know. For me, I'm still trying to figure it out. So actually, the big step was when I decided not to work for a boss, yeah, and to work for myself. It became much easier for me to feel free, to feel like, I don't know. I cannot say that I am independent completely, because I have a lot of responsibilities, and I am, I don't know, I'm obliged to do many things, right, in life. So, well, actually, I don't know, it's a interesting thing. So if you're not married, if you don't have children, is it easier for you to, you know, to drive through life without any, I don't know, obligations, responsibilities, or whatever? So you still have some responsibilities, right?
And you may still have some hobbies as well.
Sure, hobbies, a lot of different stuff, and there are a lot of people who are single and who cannot find this balance. They either busy with their work, or they I don't know, or they're bored with nothing to do. I don't know. It's just probably you're a very
Yes.
organized person, you know, very.
Okay,
Mhm.
let me try. When I asked about this question,
Yeah.
I had a point like that. When you're single, you have more opportunities. You can at least you can have more hobbies. You know, like ride the horses at the evening or something else. What usually married guys don't think about. So when you are single, it's even more hard to find a balance between your hobbies and your work. It's what I think, because when I was young, not married, I had a lot of things to do always, and I hardly can find a time for my work. So, but now it's looks simpler for me. Vasants, what do you think? Is it balance kind of related to married or single?
It means everyone. Maybe for a married person, you might think life is a family, but for a single person, he also has a life. That means life means the time you have. Right? Apart from the work, the time you have is your life. So that's the thing.
Okay. No more. Go go to another question. Okay.
Yes.
So another question from Vasants. What is the smallest thing you did that mattered to keep your relationship level better? Vasants, what is the thing?
Repeat, please.
No, I want to hear some interesting stories from you, all of you. That's why I asked that question. Yeah, sometimes some very little things matter. When you say yes to your family for going outings or something, or just helping them for cooking some dishes, that matters. Every simple thing matters.
Diana, can you answer? Can you give us advice?
No, I cannot give advice to anyone. Well, I think that this thing was so small that I cannot remember it right now. You know, just don't know. It was like the smallest one. I'm not sure that I can remember any small thing that mattered. Well, probably when I visit my daughter when she's, you know, when she performs at school concert or at any event, you know, she enjoys that, and I think that it matters a lot. But I have to, well, I cannot say to make sacrifices, but to reschedule a couple of things to do that, to be able to do that. Oh, sorry.
Okay, we lost
Yeah,
you.
and no, I'm just turn off my phone. And this is also what balance means. I think that these things, you know, to visit my daughter at her school concert is more important for me right now and for her, you know. And when I make it happen, I probably do not earn some money, right? But probably at the end, this is like the most important thing which we will remember for the rest of our lives. So this is also about balance, I guess.
I understand. Gerard? No?
You can explain many things because you told us that you do many activities with your children, like hiking on the mountains, dangerous things.
Well, but you know, it's easy. It's easy to spend the whole day with your children. It's easy. It's not a balance because your work is suffer at this time. So it's not a very smart thing. More important to find a way how to do really small things which matter for them, for children, and don't hurt you too much. And I found that it's very easy. Sometimes they don't want a lot of you. You need to just listen to something stupid, what they asked, what they trying to say to you, and say, it's very good. That's all. That's can make them happy for an hour. So
Yeah, nodding your head, on time matters. Okay.
yeah. So. It's a very good question from Vasant, and I can find the smallest thing, but I think the whole life is full of that small things, and
Right.
it's a very good habit. It's a very good habit to do that. I'm used to have challenges when I spoke to my mom by phone, because I never can hear all this stuff. it's too hard, but I develop the habit to just listen to it. And it's highly improved our relationship. And it's a small thing, it's a really small one, and it's very, how to say, very beneficial. Very beneficial. So it's like that.
You are so, you're getting older. So you understand those things, how it works. Good for you.
Yes, because we have a revenge. We have a revenge from our from our children. Sometimes I want to say
revenge,
something.
okay.
Sometimes I want to explain something to them, but they don't have time for me. Oh wait.
Right. Yeah.
So, and after that you start to think, I do the same. I always do the same.
Yeah.
Let's fix it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another question from from Gerard. Gerard, which one? Please select something.
This question is especially for you and Diana. How do you manage having quality time with your children?
Diana, you are an expert.
Why? Why? You have two. You are an expert. I have one. But they say that it is more difficult with one because you have to keep him or her busy. With two, they're kind of keeping busy. They're playing together, so it is easier for you. So you can escape while they're keeping busy. Well, how do I manage? I don't know. Actually, now it is much easier when she's at school most of the day. Quality time actually comes to the weekend time. But we have like a routinely visits to our local theater, and that is what she likes. And we do it every day. And I think this is the very important thing for her. So I like it as well. So, and then sometimes we go to the parks. So I don't think it is like a balanced thing. Probably she would love more and I would love more, but I cannot do that. And I don't have this backup, support team who can do that. So she has to have what time is left for her. So actually she does not have a lot of free time. So I try to keep her busy with school, sport, music, and all this stuff. So then it's less time for other stuff, unfortunately. I don't know. It is difficult.
And the most tricky thing that there is no advices.
Sure, it works different for everyone. Absolutely.
It works different for both of my children. I can't just tell this, get these things what I do with older one and do that
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah, but they will grow. The bigger they become, the easier it will get. I mean that you will. Okay. Now they have the difference, 3 years of difference, right? 3 years?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So, but when the younger one will be 4 and the older one will be 7, it will be easier for you to find something in common for them than now, because now the difference is drastic. Yes, 1 and 4, it's a big difference now.
I think it's very, very optimistic view. Because
No, you will see. You will see. It'll be much easier.
the younger one have another circumstances. He has
Yeah.
another character, and everything will be different. Everything will be different. But what is interesting in Gerard questions? It's about quality time. What is the quality time? So I think that is the key. Vasant?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know about the other countries' educational system, but when it comes to India, parents think that spending time when they to help their children homework, that means a quality time for the parents only. But the children thinks if my parents is willing to play with me, that is the quality of time for them. The both things are different. I don't know about the other countries' education system. Whether do you are for the academic side? So let me actually, I want to hear about that.
Yes, it's a very good comment, because I used to spend a lot of time with my mother doing homework, but I never could say that it's a quality time. Because it's not something which it's not my pleasure. It's not her pleasure. It's just
Yeah, nobody enjoys that. It's a torturing time, actually. Yeah.
yes, it's
Not a quality time.
Yes, it's obligation. It doesn't help to anyone to get close, or I can't count this time as spent together.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And we're also actually, okay, we have the routine of reading before going to sleep. You know, this is what I enjoy. It's also like a routine. So I think that my trick is to build all those small minutes, you know, like bits into our routine. So it is easier this way, you know, when you have this reading time, when you have this I don't know, like exercise, a little bit of exercise time, when you have this just repeating the vocabulary kind of time. She enjoys that, so I do that. So why don't do that together? So when we do it together, it works.
Okay, just to change a topic. We always speaking about children. Let's do it another way. I had a question. The speaker in the video said you should treat your company as an enemy. Do you agree or disagree, and why? Gerard.
Our company, the place where we work, our workplace, or our employer.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why my employer is my enemy? My employer gives me a job, I have some money to pay my bill, and you know.
The speaker's point was they try to get everything from you, all your time, all your efforts. So
they want to get the most on me when I'm working. That thing that's natural, is not something normal. While in your work time, you must do the best, the best you can do for your company because they pay you. I think that's the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
But not extra. You mean extra work, extra hours? That's okay. That's not.
So your answer is it's not an enemy. It's a good thing.
No.
Okay. Vasant?
Actually, I'm not going to say the direct answer, but just because of giving you money doesn't mean that they are doing you a favor, right? Because what would you do with a lot of money without time? How would you spend, right? So that matters. So it depends on corporates.
Diana, what do you say?
I think this is also a cultural thing. You know, he's an American, and as I know, in America they work a lot. They work long hours, and in some companies it is not even like paid. They're expected to do that. You know, if you have a project, You work until the project is done. That's your problem that you didn't do didn't finish the project during this time limit that you've got. They work long hours. They don't have long maternity leaves. Yes, they don't have a lot of things. And there is a very interesting thing. They have invented a very nice trick to get their workers to tie their workers to the working place. They have nurseries in the buildings, in the offices. Yes, in their offices. So the kids are kind of there. Yeah, you can have a look at your kid through the window. The kid is there, just wave, and stay there and work there for like 24 hours, like 20 hours a day. So that's Stop. Не переживай. Okay. There is a problem here. Balance is not here. For some reason, she is upset. Holly is not here, so she got upset.
Okay. So, but when we're talking about company, it must not be capitalist, some company, big one, some corporation or something like that. I used to work for myself, and I was an enemy for myself.
Sure.
And
Yes,
it was the worst time for me, because I was a very strict boss for myself. It's never enough. Drop your family, drop anything, drop your hobby, just finish that project, get the money, and after get another project and go on. And it never stops. So how it works for you as your own boss?
Well, I'm a good boss for myself. My boss enjoys procrastinating, and the worker is doing the same. No, it's just, the perfect team, So sometimes it is complicated. I used to work in the translating agencies, and over there were time limits, and it was very hard. So sometimes I worked like weeks, I worked for a week, and then I had a couple of days of rest, if I were lucky, and then another big project. But I dropped that because I understood that it's not what I need in life. I cannot do that anymore. I could not do that anymore. So I dropped that. And I found something that I enjoy. When you enjoy doing something, you're not so tired. You can find more positive things, when you are enjoying what you're doing. So I think that I am on my way to find the balance, So, but of course it is challenging. And now with my daughter's schedule, I have to, pay attention to that and try to combine everything. So, and okay.
Yeah, the only comment, I think, when you have a pleasure from the work, it's you are in danger. You are in danger because you're starting to work more and more, and you can feel bad about that.
Well, do you remember our previous talks? So find the work that brings you pleasure. Yeah, find a work which is a hobby to you, and you will never work in your life. So try to do something that is a hobby for you, something good and pleasant.
Okay, let's change it to another question. Let's talk about this time frame. What do you think? How long should be that time frame? What is the reasonable way to plan our life? Should we look to the close future or to the more distant? What do you think? Well, if you're forced to write a list of things what you want to do, which horizon you will have? How long? Vasants, what about you?
Could you please ask the question again?
What speaker told about time frame? It's amount of time, it's a duration of time which you should to plan your life. You know, if you want to do everything what you like in one day, you will fail, right? If you want to do, if you want to plan to the end of your life, probably it's too much. You can't do that. So, what is the reasonable? Diana, help me here. I can't finish.
You are fine. You're doing fine.
What is reasonable duration for planning? What is time frame? What do you think? Still
I
not
have
clear.
no idea. Yeah, actually, let's Gerard answer first. So,
Most balanced guy here. Let him answer, right?
yeah.
I think time frame here is schedule all your activities, your daily activities. So if you want to schedule too many things and you want to make like a bigger schedule, like here on the speaker makes a nicer schedule, but it's almost impossible to accomplish it. So maybe only a few things can be done. So try to do first 2 or 3 things, and then maybe you can improve that. But it's necessary not being too optimistic and not to have too high expectations. So to want to have every day a perfect day.
Okay. I explained bad. I will try again. So let's think about this list. How he said, list of accomplishment. What is our ideal day? Should it be day or month or year? Can you write your ideal day agenda?
I've never tried that. I just did to-do lists, the things that I want to do in one day, but I think that our life here is too hectic, and I try not to plan for a long period, because something can change, something can happen. Yeah, so I just have some, I don't know, but I've never planned my perfect day. Have you? Have you
No,
ever? No.
but now I'm thinking about it because
You're thinking.
it sounds smart, and just imagine that I planned on the whole day, the perfect one, but I can't put a vacation in it, right? Because it's
Right.
too short time. So it's not a good duration to plan, because I definitely want to have a vacation, but if I will put it in my list, I will fail. So where is the, again, I don't know how to explain. What is the best duration to plan? What is okay? Let's go away from that.
I understand your question, but I think it is like a personal thing. Some people know they're pretty sure about their work, about vacation, about that kind of things. How many hours are they going to work next week or something like that. For me, this is unstable. Sometimes I'm planning a week. Let's say I'm planning the whole week. I know how many students will I have. I know how many hours I will work. But then something happens, and one of the students say, "Okay, I'm busy this week." So all the plan changes, and I'm kind of, used to do that all the time, to change my plans, to, to reschedule, to do that all the time.
Okay, but if you can't plan, too long, if you can't plan enough, what's the reason to plan one day? I don't understand. Because to have a perfect day, it's not a big deal. Just don't go to the work. Do what you like. Okay, the day will be perfect, but you will be fired next day, and then you will starve, and so on.
I don't think, I'm sorry, I just don't let anybody speak, but I don't think that without planning, the day will be perfect. you can end up just staring or watching TV the whole day. And I don't think it will be perfect day. So you need to spend some time thinking about the things that you would prefer to do on that perfect day, you know? So I think it still needs a little bit of planning from on your part, you know, to make it perfect.
I'm trying to say that for me that point looks useless because we cannot plan too long, and and if we do that for short time, it doesn't work. So that is my point, and it sounds very good. Just plan your life, write down everything what you want to accomplish this year or this month or something like that, and do that. It sounds good, yes. Oh, so brilliant idea. But how to do that? And I think there is no way. So it's some useless advice from the speaker. That is my point. What do you think, Vasant? Am I wrong?
Yeah, actually, the speaker is a pretty little bit wrong, because if you do like that, we need to borrow so many hours from the next day. So you can't do that in a single day, right? So as a single person, I do plan. So I divided every hour for my hobbies, like for 1 hour for guitar and 1 hour for books and 1 hour for watching YouTube subscriptions and many things I have. But even still, I do not have much time in one day. So I have so much of hobbies, and I need to go out. So the 24 hours is not enough. So that's a silly thing. So you at the same time you cannot plan for a very long period too, for like months, right? When it goes to months, you cannot do that. So that's my point.
Okay. Okay. Gerard?
I think it's good a little bit of planning, but not too strict schedule. So you have the whole day occupied and you cannot change anything, because in our life many things can arise. I don't know, maybe you have the chance to attend a class on loop or many other things, and you want to follow your schedule, you cannot change that. So there are important things you must do. So do those things and leave the other secondary things, so you can change them.
Okay, so flexible schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
flexible schedule.
Okay, so you have a list of things to do, but you can move them, rearrange, and so on. Okay, let's go to the funny one. What about this list, Diana? What would you like to add to this list? Something what the speaker did not mention.
Coffee. Lots of coffee, and then maybe he would manage to, you know, fit it all in that day. More energy from the coffee would help him.
but morning walking, sleep well, right? Sport in the middle day. Maybe you just don't need a coffee after that.
No, you need coffee. Yes, you still need coffee. So you cannot omit that.
Okay, maybe you need coffee for for taste, for delicious taste of coffee.
Absolutely, right.
But not for energy, because you sleep well, you walked, you free, you don't have anxious mind.
Yeah, you are not coffee lover. You don't drink coffee just to get energy. You just drink coffee because it is coffee.
No. I used to drink a lot of coffee, but it make me anxious. so I quit it.
Yeah. Okay.
Gerard, what about you? What do you like to add to this list? Something?
No, I agree with Diana, because I love coffee as much as, and Black Mata, I know also. Black Mata also loves coffee. That's obvious.
I see that you are not cooperating. You don't want to reveal your secrets. Vasant, what about you? If you have to write a list for a perfect day, what you will add to that? You're
Of
muted.
course, coffee matters.
Oh,
But I do not drink too much. But I have seen many people who live just by drinking coffee all day. So that matters. Yes, really.
Okay,
You
what
can
about
just replace at the pub.
okay? What about some music, some live concert,
reading.
reading?
Yes,
Yes.
reading is
Oh,
yes. I forgot to
see.
say I just ordered a book today, so I am
Yeah.
a bit relieved. Yeah,
But we can combine, coffee and books. It's the perfect combination, Coffee breaks with books.
yes.
Okay, with opera. Oh,
Oh, opera, yeah. So now you can tell us a lot about opera or operetta.
Ahmed, please. Ahmed, you are muted. Please unmute your mic and you can speak. No, we don't hear you. Okay, he has a
Lost.
problem with connection. Yes.
He's lost. He's lost.
Okay. Okay.
How
And
about you, Ivan? How about you? What are your things and tricks?
It's not a coffee, different.
Tea.
Definitely. Not a tea. I don't think that I would mention some food or drinks.
Ah, okay.
But would I like to add it some company and some friends or something like that. Some, I don't know how to say it. Some maybe some playing like poker or something like that. Something with communication.
Okay.
And we can add some language class as well.
Yeah, why not? Mhm.
Like that. And as I see, we run out of our questions, right? We have a few from Gerard, but we already answered.
Yeah.
And we have a list of list of notes from teacher Lee, but I don't know, is it worth it to read without him? Probably not. Okay, so we can call it a day.
Cool today, yeah. Nice video.
Any last comments, everyone?
And
Anyone?
how about the questions from Leila?
I missed it. Please
Because
read, Diana. Please
So,
read.
okay. One question I think that we've covered pretty much, yes. What does work-life balance mean to you? So we've been talking about that all meeting, yes. And the second one is, how do you manage stress arising from your work? And there are some options: yoga, meditation. I know who does meditation. Entertainment, music, reading, others.
Leila probably missed our previous class, right? About
think
stress.
so.
About stress.
Yeah.
So it was a questions to the previous class.
Probably. Yeah.
But as about work-life balance, we didn't mention it. Really, what is the balance? Should it be
Again.
not again? We never discussed it.
No, I mean that each time we discuss this very important question on the last seconds of our class. Yes. Okay, guys, what is balance? We're talking about balance all this time, but what is it? Balance.
Now, when we discussed how to reach it, what it meant to us, what best our tricks and so on, now we can define it.
Sure, absolutely. Balance is something unachievable and unattainable, right? Between work and life, personal life. I don't know.
Should it be equal parts of our life? I don't know. Should it be like a family or personal life or hobbies? Should it be better or longer or something than work I don't sure either. I'm not sure.
Well, I think that probably it depends upon the person. For some people, work is very important part of their life. So they want and they feel happy when they spend like 80% of their time at work. So why not? If they're happy, if they are okay with this choice. And other people are not happy. They want to spend more time with family. So their balance should be like 50-50. I don't know. So probably it depends upon the person. So we cannot say that it should be equal, like 50 time you spend at work and 50 time you spend with your family, or what? Because there are other parts of your life as well. There are friends, there are like relatives, there are like personal time when I don't want to hear or see anyone, you know. This is also an important part of, you know, when I want to be with my coffee and with my book, you know. So no one should talk to me, or, you know, like that.
Yes, and also it shouldn't be a constant, right?
Absolutely.
This week I want to spend with my family. Next
Yeah.
one, go away, I will work or something like that.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's again about time frame, right?
Right. That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it's quite subjective and indefinite.
Yes, it is.
Because every person is different, and maybe what the time your family needs to stay with you and what the time you need to stay with them, maybe it's different.
Sure.
Precious comments. Yes, it's priceless. Because you decided, okay, I will spend my time with my family. But what is if your family don't happy about that?
Yeah.
Go to work, make money.
Or teenagers, for instance, they want to be with their friends.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, so we should, how to say, should take care about their interest too.
Oh my goodness. Unattainable completely.
So let it just be, right? So
Yeah. Whatever happens, let's go with the flow, guys, right?
okay, so nice conclusion, and
Yeah.
nice timing as always. We reach conclusion just in time. We never
Yeah. Perfect. You know, we're getting better over time, guys, you know, just, yeah.
Okay, so it was nice class. We lost Vasans during the process and Holly and teacher Lee before we started.
Ahmed also.
So let's call it the lost class.
Okay.
Okay, so last comments? Anyone?
As always, it was pleasure to see you all and to have a little bit of laugh, and yeah, that was nice. And I hope that Black Matter will be able to talk one day.
Yes.
Sometimes it is.
Okay, so bye for now. See you next week.
Bye-bye.